Timberwolves forward Zach LaVine. He's our forward power dunker for today. He won the slam dunk contest by a landslide. And listen, Ben, LaVine also said one-on-one he would win a dunk contest against LeBron. Will he ever get the chance?
Well, LeBron's kind of said he's out, and I think he realizes he missed his opportunity. I mean, the time to do it is when you're in your early 20s, when your legs are the springiest, when you're, still have that joy for life and all the fun of the event, and it's not kind of a drag like Chris is talking about. I think for LeBron now, he looks at the whole All-Star weekend as just sort of like something to get through. And if you're trying to add a huge event where everyone's going to be kind of looking at you and maybe criticizing you, at this point of his career, it just doesn't really make a ton of sense. So to me, I think LaVine's right.
Chris, LeBron has said now that he regrets not taking part in the dunk contest earlier in his career. Why do you think he never was involved in that event?
I had this conversation with Dr. J about why we don't see big-name players competing in. He had an interesting take, which what he said was, if you compete in the three-point contest and lose, it's okay. You're supposed to miss threes. It's the deepest shot in the game. It's the most difficult shot, whatever. The dunk contest, if you go in there as a superstar, and all these guys now are worried about their brands, their image, and what they can do, you wind up bowing out in the first round. That's the way they perceive it. It's almost like a personal slight. It's an insult. It's a negative on that. I think that's influenced a lot of guys earlier on in their careers. They don't want to go into the dunk contest and lose to a guy like Zach LaVine. They don't want to be the superstar, the best player in basketball, and lose to a guy that can barely get minutes for the Minnesota Timberwolves right now. So I think that plays a big factor in why guys have passed on it over the last decade or so.
See, that doesn't compute for me because I feel like guys are so competitive to make it to the NBA and to be 12th man or to be the star. You have to have this kind of urge that separates you from everyone else, and that is the urge to win. What I think, Ben, is I think LeBron James didn't want the Michael Jordan sort of living up to that legacy. Jordan was known for the dunk contest for so many years until he started winning championships year after year. I think LeBron believed he'd be measured by Jordan, not by the other guys who were on the court with him at that moment.
I mean, I can see both sides. I mean, what he's talking about is ego, and I think ego is definitely going to come into play anytime you're dealing with someone as famous as LeBron James. I mean, he's got a lot on the line. Clearly, the comparisons with Michael Jordan are sort of always going to be there, and now we compare titles. If LeBron was in the dunk contest, we would definitely compare their slam dunk contest titles to it, and that's going to be a factor. But to me, I think part of it is the gimmick aspect of it too. Is to win a dunk contest, sometimes you got to blow a cupcake. Sometimes you got to don a Superman cape. I mean, LeBron is not that kind of a guy, really. I mean, he likes to control what he can control.
You're giving him way too much credit. He would jump over a Kia if he needed to.